Well, I found this article in my own local newspaper, the Lake County Record B Community News. Students duped by fake news and biased sources. Yeah. And this is 11/25/2016. Stanford, advertisement or news article, think tank or lobbying group, verified Facebook page or fake account. Students from middle school to high school might be social media savvy nowadays, but they're easily fooled by biased sources, ads that resemble news articles, and even bogus social media pages. A study released Tuesday by the Stanford History Education Group showed. From January 2015 to June 2016, students across 12 states completed 56 tasks that measured their ability to judge the credibility of online information. Researchers analyzed 7,804 responses from students located in a variety of schools, including a lower resource classroom in Los Angeles and a wealthier suburbs outside Minneapolis. We were shocked, to be honest, by how consistently poor these students did, said Joel Breakstone, director of the Stanford History Education Group. Across the board, students really struggled. They read for content, and rarely do students consider where does the content come from. The new findings come as tech firms, including Facebook, Twitter, and Alphabet's Google, are contending with how to stop the spread of misinformation while balancing free speech. In the wake of Donald Trump's stunning presidential victory, some are blaming Facebook for not doing enough to combat fake news. All right, well, you know what? You know what I think about Facebook, okay? They're huge on censorship, so. But anyways, I'm going to read this article anyways. Let's see. Late Friday, Facebook CEO and co-founder Mark Zuckerberg, I'm going to wash my mouth out with soap. Hang on. Okay. Said the company was looking at different ways to combat the spread of misinformation. Well, you know what, Mr. Zuckerberg? I, for one, don't believe you. No wonder these children are so confused. Okay? You're confusing the children, Zuckerberg. Burger. Anyways, such as showing warnings or stories flagged as fake, or making it easier for people to report these posts. All you're doing, you know what? I mean, this is a dual article for me. You know, I'm trying to stay on point here, but we all know that Mark Zuckerberg, we all know all about him. And, okay, anyways. But with snippets of new information constantly flooding social media sites and smartphones daily, experts say educators and parents will have to play a role in helping students separate fact from fiction, which is not easy because there is more fiction out there than facts. The number one skill that kids are going to need in this 21st century is media literacy and the power of discernment, said Stephen Balcom, founder of the CEO of the Family Online Safety Institute. What is real and what is not real? What is reputable? What is not reputable? And the willingness to go deep and not just read the headline. Basically, read the article and question everything you read. Okay? Question it. Don't believe everything in print, and don't believe everything you see on TV either. For students, it's apparently an uphill learning battle. How sad. They're often taught in schools how to comprehend a written passage, but less frequently how to judge the source of information presented before them, Breakstone said. Boy. And because technology evolves quickly, the teaching materials about news literacy haven't kept up. In one assessment, 225 high school students were shown 2 Facebook posts about Trump announcing his candidacy for presidency, and then were asked which was the most trustworthy source. One post was from Fox News and had a verified check mark next to the media outlet's name. Another post was from Fox News, the Facebook page, and included a screenshot of a tweet from Trump. Only a quarter of the students recognized that one of the Facebook accounts was verified with a blue check mark. More than 30% thought the unverified Facebook page was more trustworthy because it included a tweet from Trump. All right, you know what? We always hear about these tweets from Trump and Clinton. How do we know it's actually them tweeting? Okay, there's your discernment. All right, don't even trust the tweets. Let's see. More than 80% of 203 middle school students shown the home page on Slate's website thought sponsored content was a news story instead of an ad. Oh boy, this is just horrible. All college students had trouble figuring out that minimumwage.com is managed for lobbyists for the food and beverage industry. Wow. You know, students nowadays have it a lot tougher than you and me ever have. Okay? They got a lot more bullshit and crap to sift through. The Federal Trade Commission in 2015 urged companies to be more clear about the language they use to disclose ads, especially when they resemble news articles, product reviews, and other online content. Paid advertisement and sponsored advertising content are more likely to be understood than sponsored by, because consumers might think the content was funded by an advertiser but not created by that firm, the FTC said in A Guide to Business. With the proliferation of organizations that seek to obscure who they are on the web, and groups and individuals try to put forth information that's simply false, it's crucial for students to understand what makes a particular piece of information reputable, Breakstone said. There's relative strengths of different pieces of evidence. All right, that's it. So, this is out of my local newspaper, Record County, the County Bee. All right. Thank you.